How unprofessional.
By the way, Denton, stay out of the ladies' restroom. That kind of activity embarrasses the agency more than it does you.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. You'll have to excuse the possibly scratchy sounding voice. If you saw my announcements, I've come under a little illness of some kind of stomach bug, so it's kind of taking me out. I was debating whether or not I was going to pull the trigger on this. Just 'cause I've just been so taken out, but here we are. A little late in the day than usual, but here we go. And first in the chat, we had Nerdy Neo. Hello, good sir. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well today. But yeah, there's been, and the reason, especially the reason why I wanted to jump into this is there's been two pockets of big news that I really wanted to get into and talk about. One that was a big surprise yesterday, and another that was not surprising at all. The side effects of what was to come, and we'll get into that. But like it always is with the Respawn Roast Cantina, what do we do around here? We first check out this day in gaming. This one might not be a very long one because not a lot of old games, at least not not any in the 90s or like even with the mid to late 80s this time around. Funnily enough, this one will have games starting out in the 2000s for once. So here we go, jumping on over into that for May 7th. Oh, right, I forgot to be in Discord. Boomer moment. Hang on, I forgot to be in old Discord for the reactive thing to work. I knew there was something I was gonna forget. There's always something. There we go. There we go. Now that should be fine. Oh no, and it shows up like that too on stream. Okay, here we go. Now let's go and see. Oh, come on. Hang on. Okay. Oh, for God's sakes. There we go. There's my handsome mug right there too. All right. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is what I get. Okay, so this day in gaming on May 7th. Back in the day, we had Crash Bandicoot Collector's Edition release. It looks like that is, what do we go out here for this Collector's Edition? What do we got here? Crash Bandicoot Warped, Crash Team Racing, and Crash Bash. I will admit, even though I adopted the PlayStation when I did not get into the Crash Bandicoot games personally. I remember when we got the PlayStation, we got a demo with it. A demo disc, and it had things like Parappa the Rapper, Armored Core. I think Metal Gear Solid might have been on there too, like the VR missions. And I want to say Crash Bandicoot would have been one of them as well. And I remember we did kind of exhaust some of those, but like it was, Crash just didn't quite jive with me for some reason. Never quite played a lot of the games. Might have to someday. Let's see. Mobile, Half Brick Echoes, Raiden Fighters Aces. This is gonna be a kind of quicker one today. Chaos Rings, a PlayStation Vita game. Tesla Effect, a Tex Murphy Adventure. Let's see what else on here. Hood, Outlaws and Legends. I feel like I've seen this one around. It's on PC. Okay, it is on PC. Let's see here. Media boxes. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, like I said, I want to say I've seen that one around, but I can't say for sure. Oh, look at the cute little doggy. Akita Legends Squad on the Nintendo Switch. The cute little puppy. But none of these are really kind of catching my eye this week for any of these back in time. Oh, these ones. Oh wow, these all. Oh, the Akita Legends Squad was a game that came out today in Japan on the Nintendo Switch. Alabaster Dawn, Duck Side of the Moon, Froggy Hates Snow, Entrusted Hands, Mixtape, Perchang World, Will Follow the Light. All these came out today. All right, and then before that was a year ago, AFL 26. Looks like a sports game. Yes. Future of Footy, Footy Ball. Otherwise, yeah, not a whole lot to go off of other than the kind of comment about the crash there. Can't say I've really dived into much. And like it was a big chunk of these are brand new for today. What an odd day too, because usually it is funny to see new releases on Wednesdays and now on Thursdays too. I'm just I guess from used to work with Tuesdays and Fridays usually being new releases. Although it used to be just Fridays for Nintendo releases. Now it's all video games. We have new releases on Fridays, which is really interesting. Because it used to be Tuesdays would be some of the video game releases as well. That'd be like PlayStation or Xbox and stuff like that, but interesting. Well, that was a little bit of a, like I said, a little light load this week for this day in gaming. But give me an extra moment here too as I grab some of the extra stuff that I want to bring up today, because like I said, it was not unexpected in my eyes that this sort of thing was going to take place. We knew it was going to be big. All right, so where does this? Let me get to start. Because I have a bunch of stuff bookmarked on Steam here. Okay. So even it's kind of the first one that I saw too was from PC Gamer here. eBay resellers are turning a tidy profit on Steam controllers. Valve's new Steam controller set out quickly, creating an opportunity for tech scalpers. When you purchase through links on your site, we may earn a... Oh, fuck off. It only took 30 minutes for Valve's first stock of new Steam controllers to sell out. Some of us at PC Gamer managed to order them, while others were turned away by Steam errors and will have to wait for a restock. For impatient people with money to burn, confirmed orders of the controllers immediately hit eBay, where they're successfully that's just sad. I'm sorry, but that's sad that people are doing this, that they're buying them, successfully selling for as much as $300. That's a 200% markup on the $99 that Valve is offering them for. One person is asking for, oh Jesus, what the hell? Thought I had this thing secured. Sorry, my mic just suddenly fell off the hinges a bit. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Oh God, both sides. Okay. All right, there we go. All right. One person is asking for $735,889.32, but unsurprisingly, no one is biting. Measures like order quantity limits have helped curb the reselling of in-demand tech, but there doesn't seem to be any way to completely prevent unpopular behavior aside from having a stock surplus. It's too late for that in this case, though. We might not have to wait too long for that $99 order button to light up again. Prior to today's launch, Valve said that it was prepared to ramp up production if needed. So, oh, here we go. Further quote, we do think we'll have a good amount of stock around the world for the launch, Valve designer Lawrence Yang told PC Gamer in April. So, and then at the factory, if we're like, oh, we actually probably need to make more. Yeah, you guys didn't, come on. Then we can turn that knob up and have them producing more. The original Steam controller from 2015 was a curiosity that could never quite be described as popular, but second time's the charm, Jacob wrote in his 83% review of the 2026 controller. And I did end up finding like even more. I mean, there was more stuff here. I had I agreed here with this from Horror Amarada, who said, if you are buying from scalpers, you are part of the problem. You deserve precisely zero sympathy when you get ripped off. I agree 100% on that. If you are in that, and like I've said this to other people, especially like when it comes to like the madness with the Pokemon stuff, if you are buying from the resellers, you are only still encouraging the mentality of that all that happening. I mean, you're still not going to stop the man children from going in and getting the products that they're so apparently wanting so bad. But you can at least curb it on one side and stop showing. Unfortunately, I know it will have to refrain from that compulsive whatever purchase of wanting the things that you think you need so much. But if you stop feeding that beast, you stop showing that there's demand in that regards, it'll generally quell things usually. Then this was interesting too that I saw. Let me just kind of give me a moment here. I found this saw this from Ayaka Mods. Hang on. So this was as of May 4th, the day of. Just now, eBay took action and banned a scalper who bought Steam controllers early, then resold them at a higher price. This guy has reported it, and they actually removed the listing and banned the seller. This is how you fight back against scalpers, ruining it for real fans. And I mean, yeah, if it's legitimately scalpers, absolutely. I mean, do what you can to kind of to curb any of that sort of behavior as best as one can. But I mean, at the same time, it's still like the problem is too is that they do have some of these people have bots and have stuff like that running that grab this stuff up. So you know what? I was about to say maybe you gotta be careful, but you know, at the same time, as soon as they pop up like this, F them. They get what they freaking deserve at that point. So, I mean, that's at least, you know, a one way of kind of trying to curb that sort of nonsense is that sort of thing. It's just been an ongoing shitstorm with all of this, quite frankly. And it's really unfortunate because I was curious about the Steam controller, but at the same time, when it rolled around for the day, I completely forgot, truth be told. I was like, oh, that's when I started seeing it on X and I popped on Monday. I was like, oh, that's right. That was happening today, wasn't it? So needless to say, I was just like, I'm not die hard. I'm not needing it like immediately, sort of thing. But it's still.
Everybody, make smoke, man.
Acid Stormblade, thank you very much, sir. Coming in with the $4.20, saying, I give you money for a cup of fractured bread coffee. Enjoy. Well, Acid, I hope you end up having a good weekend, sir. I hope you end up having a good weekend. Nerdy Neo says, got some SG1 homework to do because I'm on Suns and Shadows tonight, but I'll catch the rest of the replay later. Well, Neo, thanks for dropping by as you could. Appreciate it, buddy. Enjoy this SG1 homework because I'm pretty sure it's watching an episode of SG1, and that's always a good time. And again, Acid, thank you very much for the $4.20. Okay, so yeah. Oh, congratulations, dude. That's awesome. He's Acid saying he graduates this weekend. Well, that's fantastic, buddy. Glad to hear it. I'm never sure what's going on anymore. So you'll have to forgive me. I'm lost in my own little bubble. Okay. And then I did see this. Okay, so this is more Steam controller sells out within 30 minutes in some regions. Scalpers start listing them for up to 3 times the price. Yeah, we already kind of. And this here's just to kind of provide some images of the listings. So they did have them up 300, 349, 230, 349, 300, 399. Like, Jesus Christ, people. Oh, there you go, Acid. It's saying next step, Dr. Acid Storm. Dude, very nice. Hello! SG1 better than getting baited into watching Discovery for Wormhole Watch. Dude, no kidding. Oh, no kidding. That was something else. That was indeed something else. Only Brad has been learning too much from Static 2020. He has been learning way too much. He's been getting way too many wicked ideas. He's become an evil man. Wow. He's a lawyer. Yeah, like he even said, he's a lawyer, so go figure. I said I could get you one of those off a back truck for 50. Oh, God. And then I also had seen... Where was it here? So, yeah, I saw this as well. Oh, wait. No, not that. Here we go. So this was on my timeline thanks to Melee James. Go away. Okay, saying Steam controller is going back in stock soon. Get ready to reserve yours if you missed out on the insane first run. Measures taken to combat scalpers going forward. So yeah, from Wario64 here on X. Steam controller reservations open May 8th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. When we go back in stock, order emails will be sent in the same order that reservations were made. Your account must be in good standing on Steam, and you must have made a purchase on Steam prior to April 27th, 2026. So so let me bring up that. Here we go. We'll bring it up on this from the Steam store itself. So Steam controller launched on May 4th, and while we were happy to see such a high level of interest, the experience for a lot of you trying to buy it was incredibly frustrating. We plan to continue replenishing stock as we get more in. But in the meantime, wanted to share changes we're making to improve the purchase experience and to limit reseller activity. Beginning May 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific, we're opening reservations queue for Steam controllers. Once you reserve your place in line will be saved. When we go back in stock, order emails will be sent in the same order that reservations were made. Here are details on how we're hoping to improve the experience overall while also taking steps to limit reseller activity. Reservation details. Reservations will be limited to 1 Steam controller per user. Once you receive an order email, you have 3 days, 72 hours, to make your purchase on Steam. For now, customers who have already purchased a Steam controller are not yet eligible to reserve another Steam controller. Additionally, your account must be in good standing on Steam. You must have made a purchase on Steam prior to April 27th, 2026. Replenishment of inventory will vary from region to region. We will start fulfilling reservations next week in the US, Canada, and UK, EU, AU in the following weeks. So that was their news update on the whole Steam controller for reservations that they are allowing people to put in on May 8th. So this isn't a bad idea. The whole idea your account must be in good standing on Steam and have made at least a somewhat purchases within a certain amount of time. Now, Valve, hear me out here. Hear me out here. I have an extra. I want to help you add extra safeguards here. I want to make it even more tough for these people. So I've got an idea, and we'll go over to my account here just to kind of use as the baseline example here. Okay, so you see my account here. So I'm thinking, hear me out here. You take a few extra steps into all of this. So I'm probably not the highest level here, not by a far margin. But I say you take the account level into account, and then let's add some more stipulations to all this, shall we? Like, let's just some ideas. I just thought I'd kick around. You can even add how many years of service does the account actually have? Instead of it just being a suddenly, an account that suddenly popped up. But then, also, hey, look at how many games they have on their account. Look at their actual activity, maybe. I don't know. Maybe take some extra things into account here, Valve. I want to help you here. And especially with the whole Steam machine that's going to be coming up eventually, I mean, it might not be a bad idea to have extra safeguards against resellers that are trying to, nickel and dime off of people's, I guess it's desperation to want a certain thing. But I would say that, taking those extra 2 things into account, your the level. Now, I'm not saying it has to be it has to be high in the levels. Maybe 10 to 15 might be good. That's a starting point. And then again, years of service. You could play around with this. Because I know I'm basically at the max myself. 21 years of service on Steam. Although you think with as long as I've been on here, you think I'd have a higher level. But yeah. So yeah, Steam, just some ideas for it. Valve, some ideas for you to help safeguard your controllers from being bought up by a bunch of douchey resellers and stuff like that. I don't think it's such a bad idea, personally. But hey, it's me. That's just me here talking. Because I just want the best, I just want the best. So all I can hope for is that, going forward with the Steam controller, we can get away from this nonsense. But I also don't see how this was sold faster than was anticipated for them. Like, it had, although I guess like it kind of mentioned at the PC Gamer, the whole oddity of the original controller which it kind of is, an odd controller in general. I may have to try and I've said it before, but I might have to fiddle around with it again. But I did not like the trackpads personally. I'm glad that this controller has more physical buttons and D-pads and stuff like that for it, and optionally you can use the trackpad. So Flaren here says Gabe Newell needs to dress like Santa Claus and you have to sit on his lap and show him your wish list. Well, actually, speaking of Gabe, I wasn't gonna bring this one up, mainly because I was thinking of just kind of keeping this a little short today, just because of how I'm kind of feeling right now. But I did come across this, and I thought this just seemed funny as hell. But I mean, you know, hey, I guess the guy's earned it, right? So yeah, Gabe. Speaking of Gabe Newell here, old Gabe Newell makes a surprise appearance in an ad for the yacht company he bought last year, riding around in his $500 million boat. Son of a bitch. Are you in the market for a super yacht? Maybe Gabe can help. This bastard. Remember Gabe I didn't know he had a super yacht. Remember Gabe Newell's super yacht Leviathan? The one he liked so much he bought the whole damn company making it? Oceanco, as the company is known, has dropped a new ad for the boat, and it's, even though this is completely unrelated to video games, I guess it's related because it's Gabe Newell. He's the guy behind Valve. I mean, you know, but I just complete with appearances by Gabe himself, and it sure looks like being a super rich guy is pretty good time. If you make the right product, the people will come, right? I mean, they in more ways than one. Giggity. So, quote here, with a greater purpose on how yachts are built, operated, and owned, its vision is rooted in the owner's ethos of teamwork and community. The YouTube page via Polygon states, in kind of an oddly jumbled verbiage, Leviathan's revolutionary layout, ergonomic design, and the process have brought her to life. I don't know if I want to watch that. Gabe Newell stepped back from game design during Portal 2's development because he always wanted to be part of the team, but being Gabe and being in his position, that never really worked. Gabe Newell was an enthusiast supporter of OpenAI in 2018, donating $20 million and even acting as the sole member of an informal advisory board. Golden Goose Indie Games gets Gabe Newell's attention, says Steam expert. You're like a little goblin that has a magical power to turn straw into gold. Wait, were those those were just headlines I just read off. God damn it. I didn't even realize it. Video itself is a mashup of extremely rich people doing extremely rich people things, while people whose net worths are presumably less filled with zeros toil in the background to make it all possible. They toil joyfully, of course. You can tell by the big smiles plastered across their faces as they cook, clean, lead yoga classes, and otherwise serve the people who ride around on super yachts for fun. For those who do not toil, but merely reap its rewards, scuba diving features as a prominent activity. Newell is an avid diver, so I guess he's lost a lot of the weight. But of course, there's some gaming to be done as well. Leviathan comes equipped with a full suite of what I'm sure are extremely high-end gaming laptops. Rampocalypse means nothing when you're riding around in a tub like this. As well as at least one Aston Martin branded F1 racing sim pod. Good God. There's a gym, massage facilities, a helipad, what looks to be a recording studio. It's a lot. Gabe himself can be seen briefly in a couple of shots, one where he's discussing matters unknown with a fellow diver, and again near the end of the spot where he's laughing contentedly, presumably with people who are just off screen. There's also a quick shot at a sketch of the Valve boss and Oceanco owner with the Leviathan curling around him, festooned with the words "Thank you, Gabe." So that's nice. Oh, look at that. While the video is about Leviathan, it's not really an ad for Leviathan. You can't just pop down the local Oceanco dealership and take one out on a 96-month lease. It's really more of, this is what you can do, this is what we can do for you kind of thing, assuming you have $500 million kicking around, plus whatever it costs to keep the thing crewed, stocked, and fueled. Jesus Christ. That's not a problem for Newell, of course. It's sometimes easy to forget, but he's a super rich guy with approximately $11 billion kicking around, according to Forbes, and a net worth that's risen substantially since 2024. And that's how it is when you're swimming in those big money seas. If you did just pop around the Oceanco with $500 million in your pocket and say, I want the Gabe special, well, I'm pretty sure they'd whip one up just for you, just like it for you too. Oh God. Gabe needs to sue OpenAI for going for profit like Elon is. Oh, probably. Though he probably doesn't care. Saw it as an investment, got it as a write-off, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, Gabe has a super yacht. This was news to me. Fuck it. Let's take a look at this little video here. Where's the... Like I said, even though it's completely un-video game related, but because the Lord Gaben probably requires it, we will watch his ad. Freaking copyrighted music. I'll just keep mine playing while they're doing is showing stuff off. See, I can't imagine being this stupid rich. And even if I did like win the lottery or something like that, I'd want simple things. I just want simple things. God damn it. Listen, we're just here for Gabe. Okay, that had to have been digital. Well, hell's bells. Jesus Christ. That thing looks like a warship.
Stick together, team.
Oh, now here's the gaming side. There's all the PCs in there. But is that what the ship? Holy Jesus! But is that what the ship comes with, or is that just showing like, hey, this is all the sort of crap that you can fit on this thing? Holy! It's like a mini cruise liner too. I guess that's why it is a super yacht. Oh, there's the drawing of Gabe. Oh, is that right, Film? Saying these yachts are all custom built, literally anything you can imagine. You see, the other thing is too, for me, the sea is too unpredictable. Anytime those seas can turn nasty. I'd much rather be like up in a cabin in the woods. Leave me alone. Give me my solitude. Oh, okay. So there's a little fun little side tour for that one. Too funny. Too funny. All right, now just kind of whipping through this. Okay. There was something that popped up, like I said, early in the stream. That was a bit of a surprise, but like I just barely like kind of caught some of it yesterday. Or not barely, but I caught a lot of people suddenly discussing and getting suddenly very excited. For a new, and it was just like I didn't, but then again I wasn't really paying attention to a whole lot. But there was a sudden Nintendo Direct that we're gonna take a look at here. That announced a brand new, brand new Star Fox game. Which surprised the hell out of me. I was not expecting that one. But lo and behold, Florence says you only sail in the good season. Oh yeah, season, and then your crew sails it to the other side of the world for the good weather over there. Ah. There it is. There it is. And anywho, here we've got this. This was the Star Fox Direct from yesterday, which in a weird sense, it was kind of good that I put this off until today to catch this, to have this as some extra content to go into. Just make sure capture. Okay, so let's take a look here. The Star Fox Direct from, how am I going blank? May 6th, 2026.
Hello everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. Last month, we released the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which was enjoyed by many people around the world. To everyone who saw it in theaters, thank you very much. The movie features a certain character who isn't part of the Super Mario series.
Yeah, they opened the multiverse.
Why is a princess trying to go to the most dangerous place in the galaxy? Who are you? Don't ask me personal questions.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Fox McCloud! Leader of the legendary Star Fox team! I only care about three things: keeping the Lilat system safe, fighting with my buds, and doing extremely dangerous barrel rolls! Let's go!
Oh boy.
And one day, my warp drive exploded. Blew a giant hole in the fabric of space and time, and I got sucked into a different universe. That's what I get for making a frog my engineer. Now I roam your galaxy, trying to find a way home. Doing good.
Wow.
Price is right.
Just taking a dump all over poor Slippy there, huh?
Now that's the backstory of the guy who's going to take us to the space junk galaxy.
That's right, the main character from the Star Fox series, Fox McCloud, makes an appearance. Now, Fox and his wingmen return in their own Nintendo Switch 2 game. This game is called Star Fox. And now, I'll pass it over to Koizumi-san. Koizumi-san.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi. From here on, I will be your host for this presentation. Star Fox is based on the Nintendo 64 game, Star Fox 64, but the visuals have been completely updated.
Okay, so it is true.
All of the characters in the game have also been redesigned.
I had been seeing people talk about this being a Star Fox 64 remake, which I just was like, that sounds odd that they would do that, but But I just wasn't gonna. I wasn't sure until I was actually gonna see this if it was true or not. So there that is.
All right, let's take a look.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on, you needed a ship to fly over. That was practically the Star Wars intro.
Atmospheric entry complete.
Learn here saying, poor Shigeru Miyamoto, Nintendo salary man will never afford an Oceanico yacht. If only he went the way of Gabe. Created something completely, his own and not part of a company pre-started.
Extend the wings. G-diffuser systems check. Sound off, team.
Slippy here. So far, so good.
So, I will say, and I saw his screenshots of Slippy floating around. And I don't know, maybe it's just sometimes the lighting with him, but the texture on his face looks like it hasn't been properly detailed. Like, I feel like it's too smoothed out in comparison to even like the Star Fox Zero here. God dang it. Because even in this image, he looks a little more detailed on the skin there with different pattern and stuff like that, with the green and everything. I don't know how well that's going to translate on stream here. I'll try and find some better images, but otherwise, like, I think some of the other characters don't look half bad. And I did see people throwing kind of a fit about it, and was like, I was looking at them like, I think they look fine. Just Slippy, I think, is the only one that looks like he's lacking in any real detail. But maybe that's also because Frog. Hey, Black Pill Timon, how are you, buddy? Saying nice PS3 graphics. Hey, Nightmare, how's it going? Didn't know you were. I just kind of went on a whim. Went on a whim and went for it. I didn't really put out much of an announcement. I just went for it. But anyways, back to this. Let's see what else.
This is Peppy. All systems go.
Falco here. G-diffuser seems fine. Let's go already. Enemy targets up ahead. Let's rock and roll.
What you're seeing is footage of the game in action. While stage layouts have been kept the same, the visuals have received a major upgrade.
Slippy,
all right, now this is making me want to replay
Banter
Star
between
Fox
characters
64.
is also back.
Now you've done it, Slippy. Bogey on your tail.
Cover me while I fine-tune my sensors. Oh, you got him? Thanks, Fox.
We need your help, Star Fox.
Black Pill Timon saying Ratchet and Clank PS3 games look better. I don't know about it. You might just be being a little biased here, don't you think? I mean, come on. I don't think these look terrible or anything. I don't know if dated would be it. I think they kind of have their own style to it, and that's usually a Nintendo thing. They kind of have their own stylized graphics usually, but
Hey there, General.
I'm also not big on graphics. I'm not saying you're a graphics snob or anything, Black Timon. I'm just saying, like, I'm not always too, like, outrageous about, oh my god, it must look, like a particular way. Like, if it gets kind of realistic looking or whatever, cool. If not, sometimes I can go for stylized graphics and different art styles and stuff like that for some games.
Little on edge. But as it happens, my team's
This is Fox McCloud, leader of the Star Fox Mercenary Squad.
prep the R-Wings. We've got a job to do, Star Fox. We're gonna take the system back from Andross, one planet at a time.
Falco Lombardi is their ace pilot and Fox's rival.
Sounds perfect. There's no way Andross would expect us to launch an assault there. You up for another challenge, Fox?
Scans are showing unidentified energy emanating from within.
Flippy Toad is the team's engineer extraordinaire.
Incredible! Do you realize how rare it is to experience a stable warp channel? Did you see the distortions?
That base is the gateway to the wider system, Fox.
And Peppy Hare is their strategic mastermind and veteran pilot.
It's into enemy space. Just this. Hit 'em quick and hit 'em hard.
The fate of the Lilat system rests squarely on their shoulders. The R-Wing is a high-performance aerospace fighter piloted by Fox and his crew. It's equipped with a laser. It can also fire charged shots or launch bombs that cover a wide area. The R-Wing can brake.
Yeah, but not for very long. It was always limited break.
Do a barrel roll to repel enemy fire. And even somersault.
Timon says, I think Star Fox should ditch corridor flight and go for full open map. Well, they've tried to experiment with some of the Star Fox games, as I recall, but I don't know how successful they were with some of those. And so it might not, because they weren't as successful, it might have deterred them from wanting to do anything more, expansive again. I could swear there was like some adventure Star Fox games and stuff like that, so it might not have encouraged them to do so. But yeah, I don't think you're necessarily wrong, because that was always kind of the cool part with the with some of the maps that you had, where you kind of got to fly around a little more freely. I think it was like some of the boss maps on Star Fox 64, or even the multiplayer with Star Fox 64. But I get what I get it. It's been 30 years. Like I said, they've done other stuff in between, but I certainly haven't played all the Star Fox games, and never would I proclaim to be a massive Star Fox fan myself. I remember I played a little bit of the Star Fox for the Super Nintendo when it was out, and I mainly played the hell out of Star Fox 64. Like, I can't count how many times my brother and I were playing through that game like crazy, and then especially like getting the Rumble Pack and stuff like that was awesome. For then when you got the tank and everything. So
besides the R-Wing, an agile ground assault vehicle called the
that
Landmaster. And a modified exploratory submersible called the Blue Marine can also be piloted.
Okay, that's new. This is new, because this is pretty sure that wasn't in Star Fox 64. Yeah, the Timon saying the last unsuccessful Star Fox is crap due to the Wii double screen. Star Fox Zero. I got that one. I was excited for it and everything too. And yeah, it played like ass. At least I did not have a good experience with it personally. Maybe I need to revisit it. I don't know, but I just remember picking that one up and being really, really disappointed in it.
Depending on the mission.
Impressive work, Star.
The campaign will take you to diverse planets.
So the Wii U, yeah, for the Star
As
Fox
you
Zero's
seek
on
out
the
the
Wii
enemy's stronghold to restore peace in the Lilat system. Corneria is a planet teeming with life and the beating heart of the system. Ficina is a frozen planet with most of its surface.
I thought that word could have gone in a couple of different ways. I thought I first heard Vegeta, but then Ficina, it could have gone another way. But first I thought this looked really this looked kind of janky.
Restore peace in the Lilat system.
Like, watch this.
Corneria is a planet teeming.
There's this enemy that comes up. So the big robot over there. Watch how it just kind of It just looks awkward how it like just suddenly like flies off the screen.
Beating heart of the system.
Like like it doesn't like fall and break into pieces. Like in place, it just goes flying off screen. Like, I don't know. I just thought that was funny. Timon saying yes to the Wii U, and then Vagina? Yeah, Vagina.
Vagina is a frozen planet with most of its surface covered in ice and snow.
It's your own target, Fox.
Solar is the
Fight me,
Lilac
Falco.
system's
Maybe you should get the
scorching
enemies
hot
yourself.
second star.
Oh, that level is annoying
And
as hell.
Zoness is a deserted, polluted ocean planet that was stripped of all its natural resources.
Cool your jets, cat.
There's also an asteroid field to navigate.
Persistent laser tech!
And the inside of a nebula. From planet surfaces to outer space, a variety of stages await. With free-flying dogfights in all-range mode.
Unit, don't let anything through. That flash
And massive boss battles. You can look forward to intense aerial combat.
We did it. All units, disengage.
Depending on the objectives you complete, the number of enemies shot down, and other factors, the route you take through the system may change.
I remember that being a thing in the N64 version too. Like, and also you could kind of in the maps themselves, they had different routes you could take, if I remember right.
Replay stages with a different approach to find ways through that are off the beaten path.
I remember
You better be right about this, Falco.
I say we trust Falco's instincts.
You worry about your own.
Plenty of new cutscenes have also been added. These include never-before-seen mission briefings between stages, allowing you to learn more about the characters in the Star Fox universe.
Fall in, team. How are we doing?
You can choose between easy, normal, and expert difficulty settings. When playing on easy difficulty, your shield gauge will be longer, and your lasers will remain powered up, making it ideal for novice pilots. In challenge mode, you can replay stages you've already cleared. Complete a variety of objectives that bring new challenges to...
Well, that makes things a lot easier to go back and do replays, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it kind of kills replay value in some weird respects too. But I mean, at least now they have like these different, I guess, known objectives, because a lot of what it was too was kind of secretly trying to figure out what the objectives were in each stage to earn either the different routes and stuff like that, or whatever it might have been. At least as I recall, it's been a long time since I've played the original N64 Star Fox. Yeah, it's a remake. Hey, Black Jolt. Oh wait, it's a. There's a $30 worth game, and he says, "Forget what I said. $20 max." I do have what the prices are for this, so that'll be interesting. Sergey says, "Yeah, I don't care about the Star Fox game that much, to be honest. I did not play the first one because it did not appeal to me. The first one I did not get terribly into, but Star Fox 64 I played the hell out of. That one I did get a lot of time into, and I may have to try and go back and play the original more." Oops.
Each mission that you won't find in the campaign.
Defend the Allied fleet! Don't let any of them pass us!
Break through! We'll find out who's coordinating this attack.
Take on these challenges on either normal or expert difficulty. Battle mode puts you in 4 versus 4 dogfights. Players are split between Team Star Fox and Team Star...
So here's what okay, so this is where people got this screenshot I saw floating around of Star Wolf's team. There you got Wolf, Leon, Pigma, and Andrew. And again, I don't see where people's problems are with the designs of the characters themselves.
Wolf. Then compete to earn the most points by clearing missions and taking down foes. You can select from 3 stages, each with its own rule set. Take out.
Okay, if they only have 3 stages for these different, and each one has a different rule set, they're gonna need to add more stages. That's gonna lose novelty fast.
Opponents and seize control of the zone around the satellite towers on Corneria.
Star Fox completed the objective.
Collect as many energy.
Although I say that, and I'm a guy that'll play Team Fortress 2 and mainly play on 2 Fort, so take that for what you will.
Crystals as you can while dodging meteorites on Ficina. Or retrieve cargo from space pirates and take it to your base in Sector Y.
Star Fox completed the objective.
You can create private matches with your friends online, or match up with random players from around the world, making for a variety of ways to join team battles. Plus, if one person has the game, up to 4 players can take to the skies locally with GameShare. Or online using GameShare via GameChat. By holding your Joy-Con 2 controller like a mouse, you can seamlessly swap to mouse-controlled targeting for intuitive aiming and steering.
Slippy, stay in formation.
I don't know, the whole Switch 2 controller just seems really awkward to me to be able to hold like that. Like, I would need to get like that Mass Effect, but like to actually hold it, because I have freaking monster hands. I could not use a Joy-Con. Even their regular Joy-Cons, which are a bit bigger, but I could not use their Joy-Cons like that because it's still too small. I need something proper to like rest my hand to. Even if I wanted to, like this would not work out for me. Even though it'd probably be very effective.
Now you've done it, Slippy. Bogey on your tail.
By sharing one of the Joy-Con 2 controllers with a second player, you can split pilot and gunner duties in co-op.
We're entering Corneria City now.
Okay, that's not bad. That's kind of an interesting way to go about it. You got it basically then putting somebody in the gunner's pilot. While the other one's like kind of just taking charge on where you guys are going. They did that with they've done that with like a few other games too. Like I mainly remember that with the Super Mario Brothers U game, where you could where you'd be playing through it and like you could have another person kind of place blocks for you to help you out through certain stages and stuff like that. Or not certain stages, but like through other stages of the game. So that was like how I ended up playing through the game too. I was like, oh hey, this could go on. I handed the tablet part to my brother, and he used the Wii U tablet, and he started like slapping down blocks and stuff like that for me to either get through on certain stages and kind of get through things a little quicker and everything. So they've done this sort of, that's the thing, like I've said this before, Nintendo's the king of gimmicks, and that's like their big thing. Like they always find a way to gimmick things up a little bit in some way, and now this is kind of more new extra things to do for this.
Andros sure has trashed the place.
I'll target the lights on the left. You guys go right.
Timon says Vegeta sounds dangerous. It does. Sergey says Nintendo trying to get more people to buy Switch 2. I mean, you know, you got to do what you can to sell your console, right? I'm still not getting it because I know if I get another console, it'll just collect dust. I mean, that's Nintendo in general, Timon. Gimmick the console. That's Nintendo. They are the kings of gimmicks. Florence saying can't play it with a Steam controller. Well, I'm sure if some emulation comes about, you might just be able to. Hell, you'd probably even be able to play it on a Steam machine or a Steam Deck with the right people with the right ingenuity to get that sort of thing working. Gimmick to me now. Oh.
It's a trap. Take him down. Don't crawl back under your rock. A swarm of lowly flies. Get ready, team. We're approaching Venom airspace.
Sergey says I'm not going to get a Switch 2 as well. I'm sticking to PS5. There are so many good games coming out this year, even if it's just even it's just the next few months. Timon saying Nintendo don't have fans; it has consumers, basically.
What did you think? As you just saw, Fox & Company have a more animal-like design in this game. Reborn exclusively for the Nintendo Switch 2 system, Star Fox launches June 25th. By the way, this game also supports character avatars, which let you change your face in game chat to look like a character. Like this.
Oh, that's why I saw the...
How do I look? It doesn't just capture your head movement. But your mouth movement?
The king of gimmicks. Nightmare saying big day for furries. Yeah, the weird thing was I saw somebody trying to say it's an anti-furry thing. I'm like, how? Lighthaven says, I think Star Fox has one of the best music themes, though, compared to some other Nintendo's characters. Sergey says, Fox was my main in Smash Bros. For a while.
Blinks.
Sergey says, does Fox look a bit chubby, or is it just me? I think it's just the kind of more realistic style of the fox head and stuff. And the, like, of course, the fur. The way the fur comes out on the sides, I think, makes his face look a little chubby.
And your eyebrow movement as well. If you have a compatible USB camera, please give it a try. When using character avatars to look like a Star Fox character, friends playing other games can also see your new look. But this game also supports the Nintendo 64 controller. Those who played the Nintendo 64 version can enjoy controls that feel even closer to the original. Since its debut on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the Star Fox series has had a long legacy on Nintendo platforms. Along that journey, it's set out for
like Star Fox Adventures here was one where they tried to, I think, do something a little different with the series.
Sure. And join the battle in the Super Smash Bros. Series. We're grateful that you've continued to support the series for more than 30 years. If you've never experienced the series before, we hope you'll give Star Fox a try. Finally, we'll finish this presentation by sharing the game's prologue, which depicts a past battle involving James McCloud, father of the protagonist Fox. Thank you very much.
Come in, Star Fox. This is Corneria Defense Force Headquarters. Do you read?
Loud and clear. James McCloud here, General. Star Fox is on approach to Venom. No indications yet of any suspicious activity. We'll let you know what we find.
Proceed with caution. You're the first to set eyes on that place in years. And thank you for accepting this mission, James. You're the only one I can trust.
General Pepper, do you read me?
Oh,
Something's
no.
jamming long-range comms. Stay sharp, team.
We're all on our own, team.
Are you seeing this, James? According to my instruments, the atmosphere is highly toxic.
And we're doing this job for next to nothing? We're supposed to be mercs, not chumps.
There's more at stake here than our bottom line, Pigma.
Yeah, sure.
General Pepper says his people have detected signs of activity on Venom's surface. He's concerned it has something to do with Dr. Andros.
It's been years since Andros was banished here, James. If the atmosphere is poisonous...
All the more reason to figure out what's going on. Dr. Andros...
He has the little, like, normally, like, the people, all of them have scouters, but his sunglasses have the little details right there.
Andros made mistakes,
Oh, God.
and he paid the price for them. But whatever else he is a genius. Maybe he found a way to survive.
Our leader. Such a bleeding heart.
Where'd they come from?
Defensive formation! Pigma, where are you going?
It's like you told me. I'm getting into formation.
You two-timing swine!
What can I say? My new boss pays better.
Corneria must suffer. Death to all who stand in the way of
Angry
my
monkey man.
Was that Dr. Andros?
Don't let them escape!
Hang on really quick. Nightmare with the... He's fat! Can't believe I can't say that word. I know, isn't that bizarre that they've now locked out fat? Sergey saying, yeah, the N64 controller, fam. Worst controller ever. Hey, 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 hey. You shut your whore mouth. I love that controller. I thought that controller was great. For a big-handed person like myself, it fits so nicely. Timon saying, wow, eyebrows. Now I wanted it. Sergey saying, I remember Star Fox Adventures. I played it. It was not bad. I didn't quite get to the other Star Fox games. Like I said, all I played was the original, and 64. So there may be a time where I had to get to those other ones. Sergey says they missed the opportunity to call him General Hound. Ew, the pig looks gross. Well, he's kind of a gross. He's a swine. The traitor swine. Timon saying jamming. Raspberry. Lone Star. This is Sergey. Genius like Kanye? Maybe. You say fat with the PH. Oh, Christ almighty. We are a retarded society.
I can't shake him.
Hey, Peppy! Catch!
Ah! James!
Peppy, are you there? Come in, Peppy. Do you read me? I'm losing altitude. Peppy, you need to get out of here. Warn the general.
Not without you, James.
That's an order. Peppy, keep an eye on Fox.
Oh, hello there, Jacob Ironside. How are you doing today, sir? Hope you're doing well. Sergey says you can say chunky, but not fat. Well, like it is, I understand not everybody's thing, especially when it comes to Nintendo, and the fact that they're remaking. It just seems to be kind of the trend nowadays. It's just remake after remake after remake after remake. But you know, if I had to switch to, I'd probably look into it. But then, speaking of, since Timon brought up prices earlier, I do have this right here. Oh, god dang it. So yeah, off of the Nintendo shop itself, and it'll be releasing next month on the 25th. Digital is $49.99. Physical, which they are getting a physical edition, and it looks like it is on the cartridge. It is not a code disc or code cart, whatever, for it. It's actually on the cart. That'll be $60. So, yeah, not the cheapest remake out there. At least certainly not cheap on the state side. I don't know if it's cheaper on... I saw somebody try and post about it for Japanese sales, but this is what I'm seeing for it. Not looking cheap. And especially then when you take into account when there are other games out there. There is even like the System Shock 1 remake, which is at $39.99, $40. Not much cheaper, but you know, still kind of cheaper than even this, and that's also a full remake of an older game. So it was interesting to see this little Nintendo Direct suddenly pop up. Like again, it's cool to see the N64 version of the game of Star Fox get this kind of remake treatment and all, but like it is, like even Sergey was talking about, you know, oh, this will make people get a Switch too. It's certainly not for me. No more than already like it is. I'm kind of tapped out, but I just had to check this out of curiosity. And it gets confusing though too when you're calling it just Star Fox. The whole naming conventions is just screwed up completely, because this implies like, are they starting over and this is their new baseline, and going forward is there going to be Star Fox 2 and so on? Because we know with the N64, the whole gimmick of that was all the games were 64. Mario 64, Star Fox 64, although Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time kind of broke that convention. So, yeah, it makes the naming a lot more challenging to understand, like sometimes the order of everything, especially when they are trying to make timelines and stuff and whatnot for some of their games. So it's kind of confusing when you do stuff like this. I mean, like it is. I don't see anything necessarily, negative about it. Looks all on the up and up. Looks like it could be fun if you've got the Switch too. So I mean, hey, more power to you if you do. And that's kind of that. Nightmare saying maybe it's a reboot. Maybe that could be kind of the signaling thing for it. Jacob Ironside is saying those fighters are great. The starships, yeah, they are. They're great design. Timon says Nintendo always reselling the same crap over and over. I mean, what company though isn't anymore? You got so many companies that are just repackaging, slapping it on a plastic lunchbox, and now they're selling it. I mean, there's so much that they do, that so many do that now. It's just like there have been some focuses for, new IPs and stuff like that, but it doesn't feel like it used to. That's for sure. Where, for us coming up with the whole hobby from the get-go, everything was brand new. Everything. All the games, they're all new IPs. They're all new and bringing something exciting and different to the whole thing. And now it's a lot different. You really have to, hunt for original titles and stuff like that. When it was, like I said, when we were first coming up with all this stuff, it was every game was a new title. Every game was like a new IP. Everything was fresh and and everything. So that was the great part about it. That's kind of like why some of us old farts are jaded towards gaming in general, is because we just aren't seeing it like we got it. I guess we've said, I know I've said this, we were spoiled back then with some of this stuff. We were spoiled, man. Timon saying a physical key to download. Like some of the games do have that. They have the physical like cartridge, but there's still like the download key code and stuff like that. But you can still resell your game and stuff like that if you want to. Oh, enjoy your gym time, sir. Get swole, buddy. Have a good one, Timon. Thanks for dropping by. Nintendo always grinds his gears. Yeah, I don't blame you. They've been a thorn for me for quite a while. A love-hate relationship, as it were. Sergey says, did you see the Stranger Than Heaven gameplay? No, I did not. Timon says, and I had an SNES and I still have my SNES and my N64 and GameCube. And of course, well, I had a Wii U, but that thing crapped out on me. Oh, and I have the original Nintendo. So I still got all the original hardware. Not all the games, but I do have the ones that I liked, so. Sergey says, now that is something I'm looking forward to. Starcox, oh no. But you know, like it was that little ending scene was kind of cool with James McCloud, because there's always been, I mean, you got the dialogue in game about what might have happened to Fox's dad and everything, so it's not too surprising that, you know, that's how it all played out. But it's still kind of cool to get that little cinematic there on just how things played out. Okay. So, I don't know if there was going to be much else for today, just because I was just going to kind of take it a little lighter. Let's see if I've at least... We already tackled all the Valve stuff. Tackled this stuff for Star Fox. This I'll save, I think, for next week when I'm feeling a little more energetic for it. So, hang on really quick. I'm just kind of taking a look at something. Let's see. So, really quick, we will go into this one, because I saw mainly the title of the article, and I'm like, you kind of piqued my interest, PC Gamer. What could you mean by this? And let's see what they mean by this. And that is, playing Deus Ex Invisible War like it always should have been. Don't mention the Invisible War. Yeah, don't mention that part. Even as Ross Scott said, Invisible War my ass! So, to hijack a robot, I have to stay nearby for a non-trivial amount of time. When I want to hack a Chicken Walker military bot right out of a RoboCop, I sneak behind it while a timer counts down and it patrols, every stomp shaking my screen as I follow it, right into the open where guards might see me. The robot turns on the spot, stomp, 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 facing me just as the final second ticks past. I'm in. Looking through the camera feed Terminator vision, the first thing I see is myself, crouching in the middle of a courtyard like an absolute doofus. Yeah, that could happen. Then I see guards and open fire, rockets ragdolling them into the sky. People talk a lot of rubbish about Invisible War, but I'll say this for it. The guns shoot straight, and extremely 2004 physics make every enemy pratfall a riot. Yeah, but I mean, that was the great thing about the original Deus Ex, was that it was an RPG. So the whole point to make your shots more, you know, More accurate was that you had to put the points in. You didn't just get the default. Deus Ex Invisible War really toned down a lot of the RPG mechanics. It dumbed it down for a console audience, okay? I'm sorry, but you console people, I was once one of you, but we're retarded. I have tried playing even Knights of the Old Republic on a controller. I don't know how you archaic monkeys did it, because it is not very fluid. It is clunky. Playing Knights of the Old Republic on PC is so much more fluid. It's so much more easier to navigate the menus and everything, using your mouse pointer and everything. Using the damn controller is ass. And just like with first-person shooters, mouse and keyboard is the superior way to go. Simple as. But they toned everything down in Deus Ex Invisible War. It's my main point. See, the plot I'm going to have to revisit, Nightmare, because, like, I remember it being okay, but, like, I still felt a bit let down by it when I was initially first going through it. Like, I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. But, like, I felt it was lacking in some departments back in the day, but I need to revisit it to refresh myself, because all I've replayed is the original. Nightmare, I'm concerned by this article. We should always be concerned with us PC gamer. Yeah, it works fine as an ending to the series, for sure. And yeah, the ragdoll physics in the game were pretty hilariously great. Again, from Ross Scott's review, it was hilarious when he basically, like, probably killed a whole area of people and dumped them all in a dumpster. That was gold. The big complaint about Deus Ex Invisible War was its loading screens. That was one part, because those areas were really micro-loaded. Like developer Ion Storm's other moody stealth romp, Thief Deadly Shadows. I don't think we talked about that one. It was carved into, which one was Thief Deadly Shadows? Hang on. Oh no, that is the remake one. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Or the 2004. Yeah. Anywho, it was carved into tiny slices to fit the Xbox's limited memory that made its mission-rich hub areas a chore to cross, with doors and lifts constantly dumping you into weird loading screen that would quietly quit out of and then restart the game for arcane technical reasons. Yahtzee called it Invisible Snore. And yeah, fine, that's a pretty good one. Nowadays, with the Visible Upgrade mod, with the Visible Upgrade mod, the loading screens fly by in seconds. I can only play at whatever ludicrous resolution I want, and there's an option to give all the biomod enhanced characters the daft glowing eyes they had in the trailer. Oh, this is Deus Ex Invisible War. Yeah, Invisible War. Like it was always should have been. Hacks in the city. The three main hub areas are Seattle, Cairo, and Trier, though you also get to visit Antarctica and return to Liberty Island to see how much it's changed since the original. Since this is an immersive sim, each main hub is full of side stories, more interesting than the central one. In Seattle, there's a rivalry between two coffee chains, both named after characters from Moby Dick, just like Starbucks, and you can take jobs from them that range from corporate sabotage to straight-up firebombing. This ridiculous war escalates in every city you visit, alongside the invisible war between global conspiracies that's clearly supposed to be the focus. Deus Ex Invisible War has a bit of the Oblivion problem, in that the main plot you're forced to follow is less interesting than the other stuff. When you're allowed to choose what to engage with, you end up feeling more engaged by it. Still, there are warring factions to pick between in the main quest as well. just like in the coffee ones, and pleasingly, you're not locked into working for one or the other, and can't betray them repeatedly for the true Starscream experience. As freelance cyborg badass Alex Denton, you're delightfully non-committal when talking to quest givers, never locking in a decision when you could say something like, I'll see what I can do, or maybe if I'm in the area, when offered a wad of cash to murder a corporate stooge. Then you can tell said stooge you've been hired to assassinate them and barter for a bigger paycheck, to instead assassinate the nightclub owner who thought they were being a clever clogs by hiring you as a hitman. The sucker. Bud's Bud. So when are we going to get into the mods part? The nightclub is where it's starting to sound like a review again. Favorite chain of side missions: a worryingly prescient tale of AI and surveillance and parasocial attachment begins. Club Vox is the first of several locations with a hologram of pop star NG Resonance, portrayed by Free Dominguez from the band Kidney Thieves, a chatbot her fans can talk to while she frogs away in a circle like a ballerina on a music box. You overhear one fan called Bud Puckett, that's an interesting name there, who has turned to her for dating advice, sadly reporting that it didn't work out. She remembers his name and commiserates, then promises that message from her fans to get passed on to the real NG Resonance. It's all a bit sad and reminiscent of the kind of parasocial relationships fans have with content creators, or the guys who fall in love with their AI girlfriends. Nightmare, I think this article just attacked you. Yeah, I know he mentioned the mod, but I'm waiting for the mod to get into it, or unless this is all about the mod. Given that she's always around and her fans seem happy to, because I remember these details from the game. So every detail of their lives. NG Resonance seems like a useful source of information. Quizzer for info, like NPC though. And she quickly turns the tables on you. There's a VIP section of the club. She's in the dark about what's going on there, but she knows there's a reward for information. It's as if she's providing a Google AI summary of a search for RPG quests in your area, and suddenly you're working for her. When I pretend to be a fan of her music, the cheeky AI clocked me immediately and called me out on it. I told her she shouldn't sass me since she's programmed to make people like her, and she replied that I like it when she argues. I've never felt so called out by a video game NPC in my life. NG Resonance quickly becomes a valuable source of side missions. There's a version of her in every city you visit, and she's always interested in learning what's going on so she can pass it on to the authorities. You become an informant for a talking surveillance camera in a mini dress, and in return for a cut from the WTO and a free ticket to one of her concerts. And there she is. Nightmare, I feel personally attacked. Yeah, none of this is that's none of this is describing the mod. It's just like a weird review of the game now. During the Cairo leg of the game, close to the end, you find out the real NG Resonance is supposed to be performing a concert there. Thanks to a knock-on effect of your shenanigans, however, there's a lockdown and she's stuck in a hangar bay. Track her down and offer to help, and she'll laugh in your face. The real NG Resonance hasn't got a clue who you are and doesn't care. She's got her own bodyguards. Thank you very much. Return to the AI construct, and she'll deny there's anything wrong, hallucinating that the concert is still happening on time and you should definitely attend. It's deliberate downer to end the quest line on, forcing you to realize you're as much of a sucker as Bud Puckett ever was, thinking that you had a meaningful connection with the... While I was writing this, I got an email from a company marketing AI chatbot, streamer, and OnlyFans model Amaranth. The future is here. What part of this is the mod, you ass clowns? Jody McGregor, you suck. Okay, let's... Did I just miss something? Like... Because it just sounds like he's just talking about an invisible war. So it's just the... So yeah, because it's just... Let me see if I can... Nope. Leave it to frickin'... to frickin' PC Gamer to even half-ass this shit. Like I said, they end up just turning this into a review for Invisible War. Alright, so, over here on moddb.com, always a reliable source for finding mods, at least for me. So yeah, here it is, Deus Ex 2 Visible Upgrade. Patch contains various bug fixes and game improvements such as widescreen support, provides a few tweaks. It optionally bundles the Unified Texture Pack. It works with the GOG and Steam versions of the game. That's good. Original bugs and issues that have been fixed or improved. So there's been a multi-core fix. Can be switched off for better performance when it works. Some speed up of leveling, loading, especially with VSync on. Fix for the desktop being visible during level loading on Vista and up. Full screen only. Fix for the mouse's freezing or becoming invisible when using large font size in Windows. Game improvements. All resolutions were... They're mentioning Vista. That makes me even want... So this was released in 2017. Makes me wonder if this mod would even work with... But I mean, if it works for GOG, then I would like to think so. So some of the game improvements, all resolutions reported by the system plus optional custom display mode are available from the options screen. The aspect ratio is shown as well. Easy switching between full screen and windowed mode. Field of view adjustments for widescreen is automatic. Horizontal view is extended instead of cropping off the top and bottom. This includes conversations and binocular scope zoom. In addition, the FOV can be adjusted to the user's preference. Let's see here. The HUD menus are shown correctly regardless of resolution aspect ratio in 3 monitor modes. The HUD is constricted to the middle monitor by default. Loading screens are shown correctly at 4:3 aspect. The intros and cutscenes, which are letterboxed, are allowed to crop to fit the monitor up to 16:9, a bit less when subtitles are on. Full screen game can run on the display other than the primary, experimental. Additionally, some optional tweaks have been incorporated. Minor HUD and GUI tweaks, alternative reticles, disabled the HUD or only the compass symmetrically. Letterbox conversations, disable the short intro movies. Walk by default, hold the qualifier key to run. I wonder if you could change that. Mouse sensitivity, which is normally stored in save games, can be overridden using a central value. No target cheat, make the NPCs ignore you. All tweaks are disabled by default. Full edition includes the mod, the Unified Texture Pack. Please see the included README file for more information, blah, blah, blah. So, that's just advertising a GOG sale. When was the last? So, yeah, the last. So, yeah, for anybody that's interested, I'll drop the link in the chat. Because at least somebody had to do it. So yeah, they have the instructions there if you want to install it. Get it all set up. So there's... I don't know how well you can see that. Oops. Let's see. Images. If only they could actually give him the interactive eyes that everybody else has. His are static. Sometimes it's tough with these to get the actual... They're trying to show off the widescreen mode. There we go. View original. So yeah, they got the widescreen going. So that's good. No, Dan Blackride. No, I will not. You can go back in time and listen to me read through all that garbage. Good. But yeah, that's the actual mod that PC Gamer did not decide to actually detail or talk about further with any other explanation. And if you're looking to do a run and want some things kind of loosened up on you, no longer, not as restrictive for loading screens and stuff like that, well, there you go. There you go. I think I'm good, Dan Blackride. Nightmare had said, yeah, and when you meet the real NG Resonance, she's totally different model. He mentioned the mod, and that was it. Yeah. It's completely gloss. Yeah, yep. Released in 2017. So yeah, that's that. But hey, we at least did our extra due diligence and found the mod and detailed it a little more further than that article. Other than, like I said, going into like a mini review for the damn game. So I think I'm going to be cutting it there, a little shorter than my usual Respawn Roast Cantinas, but I think I'm kind of at my limit right now. And thank you all for being here, much appreciated. So yeah, we'll be calling it here. And well, thank you, Dan Blackward, for showing up. Sorry it's a bit late. As I'm closing it out, Nightmare. We had Jacob Ironside, first time joining in with us. Sergey was here. Black Pill Timon. Also had Nerdy Neo in at the start. Flern was here as well. Thank you all so much for being here. Much appreciated. Hopefully I'll be back up to regular energy and stuff like that next week on the regular time. Saturday, I should be joining the Melee Games event for World of Warcraft of Turtle WoW. So join us for that. Oh, okay. Nightmares, gotta head out for Muay Thai. Anyway, have a good one for action. You have a good session as well, sir. It's okay. Just started in. I'll get a drink. Otherwise, thank you all once again, and I will catch you all later. Have a great one. Bye-bye.